Welcome to Spaceflight Simulator, where we are going to go to Venus, and we are going to go with my Venus mission. It's going to be challenge mode, difficulty hard, and I played it a moment ago because I had to make sure this all worked. Not that I went to Venus and back, but make sure that the settings were set. So we're going to build a rocket here. We need to build this rocket so we can go to Venus and back. And in order to do that, we're going to power pack this thing to come back. Now, I'm not convinced that's going to get us back from Venus in one piece. So we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and this is probably going to be terrible, but we could do that. Okay, I'm thinking that might get us out of Venus, and we'll land on the engines if we, yeah, because we're going to have to put heat shields in here somewhere. Whoop, heat shields for everybody. And it's not going to let me do that. Oh, come on. So we need to put a heat shield over every tile. So we're going to have to get a little creative here. All right. Let's do it this way. There we go. And then we're going to go to structural. And we're going to pick this piece here. Yes. And then we're going to go back to our basics and we're going to grab our heat shields. Haha. There we go. So that is our rocket to go into Venus and back to Earth. That's as crazy as I'm going to get. And next thing we got to do here is actually build out a rocket. And this is what's going to get us off of Earth. I don't think I need to do too much to this. Can I sneak these things in? Only if they're... do it this way. Make it look at least half decently cool. It's going to be off-centered. Of course it will. All right. So we're going to... I wouldn't normally do this design because it's just a little crazy. But because I don't really want to have us all watch me go to almost Venus and back, I'm going to over-design and scale this thing massively and then say, meh, it did its job. All right, so we're going to go like this, like those. We're going to grab this. So what we're basically doing is over-designing this rocket, but this here is going to be the stage that gets us into space. So yeah, that kind of works. And then we can afford to give it a bit more fuel because yeah, this is how it goes. And if you are watching this and this is live and you have any comments on how I should probably be doing this better, please let me know. I don't protest to be an expert in everything Spaceflight Simulator. I especially don't know how to do this sometimes with all the pieces. So now the top part here, it has the land. I'm going to add these guys in right there and there. That's going to help me land the rocket, but I also need aerodynamics to build it. I need these parachutes because those are the parachutes that are going to parachute us down in Venus, and then when we land, we'll use the other parachute back on Earth. Okay, so that seems to be pretty good. I'm half confident that that is probably enough. Whoops. Engine power to get us there. So that's going to be there. That's going to be there. Okay. Then the next one here is going to be here. That's going to go. Okay. And then next stage is going to be these parachutes. And then we're going to drop all these crazy bits once we get down there. No, I don't want this one. Okay. So that gets us to Venus, right? Yes. Next thing we need to do is get home. So getting home, these engines here, we're then going to drop those. We're going to go back to these engines and we're going to drop this piece. That way, when I go here, that's the engine. Okay. And then it's pretty straightforward. We're going to pop that off and then there. And that's it. That's everything except for the RCS systems, which we can activate or deactivate when we want to in order to see if we're going to go to Venus. And I'm going to double check everything. All right, let's launch and see if we can go to Venus. This is going to be crazy. So first step is maximize the rocket, turn it on, and we're going to hit the rocket, and it's going to hopefully go. I said it's going to hopefully go. It looks like we have to Give it a bit of a bump. Oh, this is not a good sign. Nope. It literally needs all the power. Dang it. I was hoping this was going to work a little bit better than it is. But so we're going to fly off to where we're going here and hope that this is going to work. I don't think this is going to work. Like, we're what? Only a couple 100 feet off, and we've already burned a quarter of the fuel. It might work. So, yeah, we're going to Venus very slowly. And then we want to go 5 degrees here. And we're going to punch it up. This may this may go to Venus. This may go nowhere. That's for sure. Hey, is it fine? Welcome to the stream. If I click here, welcome, and also PDS Kin, welcome. We are currently launching the rocket to try to get to Venus, and I am paying attention to the live stream instead of the turn, so I need to make a massive turn here. And I ran out of fuel. And I then turned off the engines. Okay, so we dropped those 2 giant engines. We're going to run on this thing here and hope to we're going to get the height. We're going to get the height, but we're not going to get the height. I forgot it. I'm in challenge mode and I'm on hard mode. This is not going to end well. So I need to change these engines. Definitely need to change these engines. Oh, because that's going to start falling. Yeah. All right. Well, let's test the rest of this thing. Okay. Oh no, that was not what I wanted to do. Oh, this is bad. It's gonna, yeah. So we're gonna have a slight technical difficulty here, everybody. Our rocket is definitely gonna burn up, and then we're gonna go. Yeah, that's right. I love the Optimus PDS Kin. We're gonna make it. We're still gonna make it. Are we gonna actually make it? Oh, we made it. We actually we didn't totally burn up unless we hit something. Because our little capsule's here. He's still good. Can I? Oh, there we go. Parachute deployed. Okay, so we made it. We're good. We made it back to the Earth. I don't think we're gonna sit through the whole thing, are we? Oh, we could sit through it. It's still high speed. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Woo! That's our first launch on our chance to get to Venus. So I have to redesign the rocket a little bit because I forgot I was in hard mode and challenge mode, which is a little bit more difficult to get off the ground. So I'm gonna switch those 2 engines to do this, and then we will be able to do that. So yeah. All right. So we're going to recover this. That's right. We're going to hit continue, cover, and we're going to build a new rocket. We're going to continue the build. And what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of these guys because they, as nice as they are not enough power in our rocket to get it off the ground. So we're going to double up these. So it's just going to go with this. That's going to leave us very little fuel. I don't have an easy way of adding more fuel to this, but we're going to launch it anyway and see what we can do. So we're going to go like this and power on. That's right. Here we go. We're going to try to make it. This is round 2. This is round 2 of probably round 18 as we try to get to Venus with probably a very overscaled rocket. But yeah, I'm under some delusion that little rocket on the top can get out of Venus's atmosphere in challenge mode, which it probably can't. But we're going to try anyway. And this time we're going to pay a little bit more attention to the launch and, yeah, add a lot of engines and see what we can do here. We may have to redesign this, but my original plan was that at a certain point we're going fast enough I could dump the 2 middle engines and then use the rest of the fuel once in orbit. So anyhow, we're gonna give it a shot and see how we can do. And hopefully this is going to get into at least orbit. This again, I'm trying for Venus and then hopefully get back. It's the hopefully get back part. I'm not 100% sure it's going to be able to be done in this mode. There's a certain point where I say this as kindly as possible, but you kind of do need some of the more advanced DCLC to complete some of the things. That or you have to do like a multi-stage mission, and I'm just like not going to go that long. Hey, Cisco Mayo, welcome to the stream. We're just hopefully getting to orbit here. I'm just gonna dock out these engines. We don't need them anymore. The rocket's definitely light enough to be able to carry us the rest of the way. I say that, and I look and say, yeah, that's hopefully going to happen as we carefully watch this little thing here go and see if we can manage to get it to go. And hopefully this is going to do what we want. Okay, we're just going to turn a little bit more. What is actually it? So it's like, it's going to make it 30 kilometers. Okay. There we go. I'm more convinced that's going to be possible. We're going to tank a little bit. I know it says angle 75, but there we go. We're going to hit this button, and that's going to drop those rockets. There we go. And we're going to engage those rockets again, and that stage should get us now into orbit. I hope. We're going to go this way. It's probably not the most efficient way to burn in this low atmosphere, but at this point, I'm kind of in that state of see how we can do it. So I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, we need full power in the engines, and we're going to see how that goes. And I should be paying attention to the map, because the map's where we want to go. Okay, so I'm going to turn the engines off. Yes, we're in space, and I'm going to time warp about here. I'm taking a risk, but I'm assuming at this point I should be able to engage the engines and have enough burn time before we reach this other point over here, where we would re-enter the atmosphere. And hopefully this is all going to work well. And oh, this challenge mode is not easy. I'm about to run out of fuel. No, that's not good. So that gives me a problem. Right now, if I don't have, I gotta turn these off. I need to run these engines to make orbit, but obviously the heat shields are gonna overheat when I do that. So we're gonna go here and try to do this most efficiently. We may not be leaving Earth's atmosphere at this point. Wow, this challenge mode is definitely harder than I thought it would be. Okay, there we go. We're now in low orbit. Let's see if we can find Venus. And we're going to say navigate to. We're going to go transfer window. It's going to spin around a little bit, and we'll watch this go around and around and around and around. Yeah. This is exciting content. Come on, this is like the most exciting content you've probably watched all day. And if it isn't, let me know, because I'm trying to make like really exciting content here, and I am like, I don't know. This new like vertical live thing is kind of neat. And I was like, the only thing I could think of is like Spaceflight Simulator, because it's vertical and you can play it. And that's what I went with to see how it goes. And this is taking a while. Oh my goodness. Like, can we please rotate the Earth a little bit faster? Like, or the whole solar system? Well, Earth, it's going to reach this transfer window, and that's when we're going to stop. And then hopefully I have enough fuel left to get to Venus. And then, yeah, I think that'll be the end of this trip, because let's go see what we got here. All right, we're going to zoom in on the Earth, and the escape window is there. And we're actually pointing half decently in the right direction. We're going to time warp to the escape window. And then we're going to try to see if we can escape with the worst. Oh, 1,000. Yeah, you know what? We might actually be able to make it. I say that. I'm probably wrong. But yeah, we just don't want to burn the engines off, because I need those to land. Or not the heat shields. So I have to do this in bursts. Or maybe not. The heat shields are taking quite a bit of heat, and I'm already down. All right, we'll see. Fuel-wise, we're draining the fuel, though. Let's see how this goes. What are we gonna run out of first? Fuel or heat shields? Oh, it looks like we're probably gonna run out of. We actually might have done it. Ho 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 ho! We did it. All right, so that's gonna get us to Venus right here. All right, and now we're gonna go back to the map and very gently turn the RCSs on. Oops! No! 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 And we're gonna get as close as we can to the planet. Oh, without actually hitting the planet, because that's bad. All right, that's good. We're going to go to encounter, and we're going to hit time warp here, and we are going to go to Venus. Wow, this is actually working. Hey, PDSkin, thank you for your support. Anything, a like, subscribe, share it, tell your friends. Always helpful. I love making this content, and people saying they love my content and watching it and sharing it is always great. All right, so Now we got to figure out how close we can get to here, and we're going to check the rocket here because, what's my staging like? My staging is to do the parachutes in this. Yeah. So what we might end up doing here is I'm semi-confident that if I go like this and I go at, say, 29, I'm going to go with 29, and I time warp here, I should be able to survive the re-entry. I should be able to survive re-entry. We're going to see how well this is going to go because we're coming into here. We're going to rename this thing, not rocket. That's silly. All right. Venus Explorer, because that's what it is. All right, done. And we're going to turn here. Oh, yeah, okay. Using up a little bit of our fuel to make the turn. But what we want to do is burn a little bit more, not too much more. We don't really want to go that much lower. We're just trying to burn some of the velocity off until those outer engines are done. And they are done. Okay. Now we're good. Okay, so at this point, we just have to survive the trip into the atmosphere and not burn up. And I'm semi-confident that's what we're going to do. Ha 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 ha. Let's do the sun next. Oh my goodness, man. No, let's not do the sun next. That's probably not a good idea. All right, so we don't need this and we don't need that. Okay. Oh, that was what I was going to land on. Oh, darn it. Okay. I probably shouldn't have ejected those, but I did. We're just waiting for us to hit the top of the atmosphere here. I'm going to keep the RCS on because the RCSs will help stabilize the craft. And yeah, we can always try to go. The sun is a lot of delta V though. And then you burn up because, well, it's the sun. That's the nature of what the sun is. But here we go. We've entered the atmosphere and we are going to attempt not to burn up. We don't have any landing gear, so we're going to have to land on the heat shields and hopefully not fall over. As we drop, we're going to heat up pretty darn quick. Upper atmosphere of Venus is surprisingly not that, yeah, it's pretty forgiving. Like, I'm surprised I'm not, like, burning right now. Like, it says the heat shields are starting to heat up, like 20 degrees, but no flame so far. I'm also checking. Yeah, no, we've circled, so we're in it to win it. Okay, here we go. All right. So the trick is we can't touch anything gets touching it because if it touches, it's gone in like half a second. Yeah, it's gonna be hot, 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 and as we come in here, and we're just gonna keep going here, and yep, good, 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 good. Okay, it looks like we're probably okay. The heat's coming up. I'm just worried about the heat on the engines in the bottom left right there. Right now we're at 600 degrees. We don't have any engines to slow us down, which is what I was originally kind of half trying to expect or hang on. But we are halfway through the atmosphere now. And we are still, we're over 3,000 meters a second. That is probably not going to fare very well with us. We could probably do this to slow down. We're not going to have enough fuel to get out anyway. There's no way this is a 1 SSTO thing. So we're going to use the rest of our fuel to try to slow us down here a little bit to hopefully not burn up. No, we're good. Looks like we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, temperatures are going down, so we've slowed down enough. But just hang on. Are we actually going up again? Uh-oh. Oh no, we are actually heading back out of the atmosphere. Okay, so we're gonna have to do a second pass of this. That was not what I wanted to do at all. How much can I slow this down with using this? Oh, quite a bit. Okay. I'm gonna use up the rest of our fuel to do that. I can't use the main engine because the main engine would burn off the parts that hold the bottom of the ship, and that would be bad because then we would definitely go back. We would like to go back home, but yeah, it's not happening. I was hoping it was going to happen, but it's not on this trip. So I'm going to have to redesign the rocket on the third try to see if I can actually go back home. I'm going to have to definitely lighten some stuff and do a better stage management because I just slapped something together really quickly and it was clearly wrong. Horribly, horribly wrong. All right, so we're back into space now. We're just using the fuel to get us a bit of speed. Okay, and then we're going to go and time warp around. And this time we should come to a definite landing because we've burned most of our heat off, and I don't even know what's floating in space right now. All right. We can try to see if we can get back, but like this could get back from Mars. I know this could do Mars, but those two engine pods I ejected, that was my Venus ascent engines, and yeah, so we're gonna have to figure that one out on stage 2. But let's see if this actually can land, and if it actually how high it can get off of Venus to figure out if this is even like plausible with the current setup I have. And I want to go here. There we go. And staging wise, I think we're good, right? Yeah, staging wise, we can just double tap that, triple tap that to go through that and launch. Okay, yeah. So that's good. Yeah, so we're gonna see. We might. I need to figure out what the calculation is to get out of Venus in this challenge mode. I've never done it before, so it's kind of interesting to see what it's going to do. Now this time we're going to come back in. It's going to be pretty hot because we're definitely not coming back out. We're just waiting for the atmosphere of Venus to start hitting us, which it's doing right now. And yeah, um, we should be going deep enough that it's going to be. We're going around the planet at least once. So here we go. We're entering Venus, and I am going to hopefully, yeah, we have enough fuel to correct the flight, and then we'll see if we have enough fuel to get back into space. In hindsight, this is just something. If you're ever playing this, yeah, pack food, but more importantly, pack a shoot, what's it called? A docking port, because you can always dock and then bring ships back that way. If I can get this back into orbit, even a low orbit, because then you send another ship and you dock. I always forget to add docking ports to these things. I'm like, oh no, I don't need docking ports. Why would I ever need docking ports? I know exactly what I'm doing. I have a channel of like 8,000 people who watch me play this game, and therefore I never screw up. And I'm like, I take a month off because work, life, all that fun stuff, and I'm like, what am I doing? Anyway, yeah. So this is a new little challenge mode in the map. I normally play this on PC where I have all my mods and everything, which makes this a lot easier because I made a lot of mods that add a lot of capabilities to the rockets in the games. And then there's a couple other mods that people have made that add some other stuff. And then there's a couple, what do you call those things? Science, engineering mods that allow you to sort of figure out what you're doing and the calculation. Whereas this is kind of a guessing game, which is not too bad in 2D. If you ever play Kerbal Space Program 1 or 2, you can't guess this. You have to know how many DV, etc. Otherwise, your Kerbals are going nowhere. There is going to be a 1.6 update that's going to be adding a bunch of stuff. Apparently, there's going to be adding a astronauts and stuff like that, and a couple other things. UFO. I don't know. Is there a UFO in this game? I asked. No, don't tell me. No, 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 no. How am I still not going into the planet? All right. You know what? Let's do it this way. That ought to really slow things down. Yeah, Venus is. I don't normally have this much trouble with Venus. All right. Do I do this? All right, we're gonna do it this way. This is probably the wrong thing to do. But I guess UFOs are everything in this game that I have right now because I'm like, okay, so we're gonna drop ourselves down to 25 kilometers. There we go. That should get us a little bit better in terms of getting down to Venus because I don't want to use a lot of fuel. And every time we make a course correction, it's using a bit of fuel. You can see in the bottom left-hand corner, and that was not good. Because I do want to see how far this is going to get out of the atmosphere so I can better design the next stage. So that's what we're doing, and that's what we're going to try. So let's see if this is gonna do this time. Are we hitting the atmosphere yet? No, we haven't hit it quite yet. Let's time warp to the atmosphere. Let's not waste too much time here as we go and say, okay, we're into Venus. This time we should go. Hopefully we don't overheat the heat shields. Venus's atmosphere could be pretty brutal, but at this point we've slowed down a couple times. Oh, we've only slowed down 400 kilometers or 400 meters a second out of the original 32. All right. Yeah. This is going to be fun. So let me know your predictions. Are we actually going to hit the ground? Well, reach the ground in one piece. Am I going to be able to land upright, or is this thing going to tip over? You know, I'm interested to see, because Venus has some pretty rough terrain, and with this kind of entry, because we're trying not to overheat, we could end up going quite a distance around the planet. So, all right, so we got to pay attention again, because we are again here, and the heat shield has to be it with Venus. Anything else hits, it's going to burn off in like 2 seconds. It's the heat shields take quite a bit, especially in the lower atmosphere, until we slow down. All right, I'm just watching the thing as their velocity is going up. That is not good. Not good at all. Oh, are we slowing down the velocity? Yes. All right, so our velocity is finally slowing down. We are dropping. So, yeah. So this is the point where we either make it or break it, and hopefully we don't break it. The heat shields are definitely taking a hit on this. But that's okay. That's what they're here for. There's no ablation or anything like that on this in Spaceflight Simulator, so I don't have to worry about destroying the heat shields other than if they hit the max temperature, which I believe is 6,000 or 3,000. One of the two. All right, so here we are. We're gonna get our defense here, and just keep turning a little bit. The RCSs are almost needed on Venus, because we are pushing against a lot of atmosphere. And if you try it without this, you'll find that your ship will flip or other stuff will happen, and you won't have enough torque to keep the rocket in the direction that you want. On Mars and Earth, you can kind of get away with this without it, but Venus, these RCSs are what pushes everything. So, whoa, no. Oh, no. Okay, so we still have the capsule. Is it going to stabilize? Is it going to stabilize? Oh, no, now we're in trouble. Yeah, apparently we have no control. I don't understand why we have no control since we have a capsule, right? Did we kill everyone in the capsule? Is that why it's saying no control? Like, but yeah, we lost the whole rocket. I've landed on PC. I've landed on Jupiter and Saturn, and Pluto and stuff like that. I have not been able to do it with the DLC. I don't have DLC on my mobile because I just went with the PC version. So I don't have Jupiter on that one. But I've done it on PC and stuff, and that's not too bad. Now the only problem here is that I lost the parachute, so I could have survived. So we're gonna kind of slam into this thing pretty hard, aren't we? Yes, we are. This is an unfortunate mission for whoever's in this capsule. Maybe we sent a robot in the capsule. One can hope. All right, so I'm now, while we're waiting for this to sort of just smack in about 30 seconds, I'm trying to think of what can we do to make a better rocket to do this mission, because obviously I want to do this mission so I can say, hey, look, here's what I'm doing, but I don't want to take forever. So I'm trying to think of how to adjust it. I can make a couple different stages, and do it that way as we sort of come in here. Yeah, see, this thing, Venus, like just the capsule alone, like if I can tap here and drop this, whee. The capsule alone is going to get pretty close to like 20 kilometers an hour or 20 meters per second, which is what you need to land, right? It's not going to obviously make it. It's going to explode because Venus's atmosphere is not that deep, but we're only off by like 20 or 30 meters. Like we're like just on its own with hitting the atmosphere, its velocity significantly decreases. So yeah, that's why you just need a parachute or something to stop yourself from hitting the ground. Because at this point, it's going to take a while to get down there. Because it's Venus's atmosphere is so thick, it slows you down, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right, so we're going to go back and we're going to build a new rocket. We're going to completely build a new rocket because I need to be a little bit smarter with my return rocket design. How smart am I going to be? We're going to see. So we're going to go 6 wide here. Yeah, that is probably a terrible idea. Yeah, that's probably a terrible idea. We're going to get rid of the parachute at the top. We're going to go to other. We're going to add that docking port. And then we're going to add the aerodynamics. Here we go. And we're going to rotate that. And then I'm going to turn the other thing on. My thinking on this one is get us back into orbit. Engine-wise, we're going to grab one of these big engines. Yeah. Does this make sense? No, not really. Yeah, this is what we're doing. I'm going to say, yeah, this is what we're doing, and then not explain what I'm doing. I'm thinking I need to build a 2-stage launch vessel for Venus. And the reason for that is because we have to get out of the atmosphere, and then we have to get to where we need to go. Why is this not on? Symmetry. Okay. There we go. I'm going to put it there, and then we're going to get our heat shields. We have 2 heat shields. That covers the whole ship. So that's hopefully going to work out pretty well. And then I'm going to then have 2 of these, and then we're going to build off of that a core. And similar to the other one, we're going to build a giant core, but next time we're going to do this a little bit smarter. There we go. So that's going to be our transfer stage to get there, to get back. And then we're going to build ourselves a booster stage. And this booster stage is going to go 6 wide. It's going to be massive. Yes. No. No, let's not get too fancy. Let's not get too fancy. If you think I should get fancy, let me know in the comments. But otherwise, I'm like, how crazy do I want to do this? And I want to do it this crazy. All right, basics. There we go. And then we got some cones at the top. Yeah, there we go. Ha 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 ha. This is absolutely insane. All right, can I stick the engines on? No. All right, I got to move these boosters up until the engines fit. There we go. All right, and we're going to grab this guy here. I'm going to go like there. Okay. So now, is this going to be enough engines to get us off the ground? The answer is no. So I need another set of engines, which I'm going to sneak in here. This is the most insane thing I have done. And we're going to go like this. Can we do that? No, we can't. You know what? Those engines hanging off the side there, totally fine. Yeah. What did I say? Engine on, gimbal on. Okay, yeah. All right, so. Yeah. Now we need to add parachutes. Parachutes, because we have to actually land on Venus with parachutes. Okay. And this whole thing is just a little too tall, but that's okay. We can. Can we stick these things like that? Apparently we can. I don't know if that. No, that's not going to work. Those are definitely not attached. How about this? You know what? I'm thinking doing this. Rotate. There we go. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we can put the parachute here. Because if we need to dock, we can dock on any side. We can go like that. Okay. Yeah. That's the insanity that we're going with. And then we're going to go to our numbers. And we're going to add in our engines. And hang on. Adding in the engines. Ha 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 ha. It's definitely going to make a boom at some point when it hits Venus, but that's okay. We're going to stage it like this. We're going to stage it like that. Then we're going to go like this. Those are going to drop off. And then I'm going to engage this engine. We're then going to engage that. And then we're going to engage this. And then we're going to engage that top. Okay. Oops. top. Now, the only thing we need to do is make sure, because I'm definitely going to launch and forget this. Whoops. Um, engines. It's not showing me an engine there, so we're going to hang on. Yeah. All right. There we go. And then we're going to go back to staging. We don't need that stage. Oops, no. The stage here, we need the there we go. So that's going to stage that way. Okay, so we're going to hit the launch button and hope that these engines, 4 engines, are able to launch this. Oh my god. This is insane. I have to do the same thing as I did last time, which I don't want to do. Revert to build. Okay. So 4 engines are not enough to get this thing off the ground. So we are going to do this. No, this. As bad as it is, we're going to do that. Okay, these are all gone. This engine's going to go here. This engine's going to go here. We're going to then get rid of these guys because we don't need them. We're going to go 6 wide, and we're going to put 2 giant tanks in here, right? No. Apparently we're not. We're going to put 4 tanks in. Does that make sense? Huh. All right. We're going to do that. It still works. Still legit. Just add these engines in there. Everything else works. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to launch. Now we have 6 engines. That should be enough to go. Yes, there we go. And we are back and launching. This is our 3rd attempt to go to Venus. The first attempt didn't even leave the atmosphere. The second attempt, well, let's just say he's not coming back anytime soon. And the next attempt here is going to be hopefully even better. So we're going to sit back, relax, and see how far to Venus we can go with this absolutely insane rocket. All right. And this challenge mode is definitely a challenge. As we go, we've used up 1/3 of the fuel, and we have reached not that much of. Oh, this is. I'm hoping this is going to go well. In hindsight, I probably should have dropped. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Hang on. I'm reverting to build. Revert to build. I just came up with an absolute brainstorm. This is a terrible idea, but we're doing it anyway. So that's going to go. Whoops. Like so. There we go. Oh, it's going to make a mess. All right, it's going to get rid of it. There we go. And they're going to go here with a bit more fuel, like so. And then we're going to add into our staging. Can we add to the staging? No, we can't. All right. Well, we can do that. I'm going to drop them mid flight. Because after we launch, we don't really need them anymore. Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. Let's do this. There we go. So once the center column is done, I'll drop it. Yeah, no worries. Enjoy recording your video. Glad to have you on the first 2 launches, and hopefully the 3rd launch will do well. Feel free to check back later and see how this is going as we launch. Absolutely crazy and all that stuff. All right, we're gonna hit the. There we go. All right, so we're launching. This is our 3rd attempt. I'm not going to count the last one because I came up with this absolutely brilliant plan to drop the stages once we get up here because we don't need the extra weight. We really don't. And that is what we're going to do as we continue to rocket significantly up here as we hit 30. Oh, those engines are done. So they're gone. There we go. And that's going to slow our ascent a little bit, but we've already gotten rid of so much fuel that it should be much faster and going. And yeah, here we are. We're just going to make another adjustment. All right. And this kind of looks like a Y-wing from from Star Wars. Oh, how are we doing here? We're at 13 kilometers. I don't know if this is going to make it to space. We may not actually make it to space. Oh, how did I redesign this rocket and then it not make the space? That is insane. Don't do that to me, rocket. Don't do it. All right. Well, we've managed to get. We're still going. Okay, we're gonna engage these rockets. It's a bit of a thing, but we'll see if we can get up to space. That was my transfer stage, which I'm not happy to be running. Hmm. Well, let me know what you think. If you made it this far, please hit like, subscribe, all that crazy stuff. Because at the end of the day, if people don't do that, then YouTube's like, this video is awful. Which, given that I'm saying I'm going to go to Venus and I haven't done it yet, it might be right. Oh, there we go. Out of fuel. Let's do this. Boom, and the engine's turned off. Okay. How are we doing here? Okay, we actually are going to get to orbit. Okay. Well, we're gonna do it, but I feel like we're gonna use up all this fuel again. No. All right. Well, we'll see. Because I need the fuel in the transfer stage to get to Venus, and I need like 1,000 to do it. Anyhow, we're gonna do it. It's not a problem. Don't worry. We're rocketing away here, and yeah, I'm just gonna make sure that we don't need too much here. So we're gonna go. This is gonna be tight. Definitely gonna be tight. We'll make orbit. I'm confident on that one, but I'm not sure how much fuel that we'll have left, and I think we're going to end up having to use a lot of the ascent stage's fuel again to get to Venus, but hopefully this time we'll get to the surface. All right, there we go, and stop. Okay, there we go. So we do have some fuel left in this rocket. Some miracle. It's a miracle. Navigate to. We're gonna transfer window, and then we're gonna go doop boo doo, ba doop boo doop boop ba doop boo doop, boop boop ba doop boop 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 ba doop ba doop ba doop, bop bop bom 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 ba ba dum ba ba dum bum ba ba dum as it goes around the earth. I don't know. I don't have a lot of vocal range with my mouth. I'm going but yeah, this so far has been a little crazy. It's going and we're gonna make it to Venus again. I'm pretty confident on that, but I think we're not gonna make it back home. So this brave astronaut, we salute you as you wait in Earth's atmosphere to get to the transfer window, as this whole solar system rotates very slowly. And I don't know, I can't make it go any faster. And then we're gonna hit it. There we go. Our transfer window, and now we're going to get our escape trajectory. There we go. All right. We're going to go around the circle, and there we go. We're going to turn. We only need 1,000. Okay. Can we actually turn this? It's got a lot of fuel sitting on the back end of it. I don't want to use any fuel more than I have to because, yeah, we're gonna need it all. We're going to need it all. All right. Boost those engines. Woo! All right. So we are going at 3 times acceleration because that's always a great idea when you need precision. And we are going to get ourselves to Venus. So are we going to use up all the fuel? Possibly. Yeah, I think we're going to end up using it all. But that's okay. I have a solution. And the solution is this. Move some fuel and then use the more advanced engines to get us the remaining. Oh, shoot. What happened? Transfer here. We got to go around another cycle because we missed the transfer window, and then we're going to get this going. Yeah. All right. There we go. Did it not go to the transfer window? Homework to the transfer window. Come on. Don't fail me now. There we go. And we only have 200 left to go, so that's going to be not too bad. There we go. And away we go. Counting down from 200 to get to Venus. Woo! And we're going to see how this goes. And there we go. We're now on our trajectory to Venus. And Slow the engine down a little bit because we don't want to miss it. Okay, there we go. All right, so here on the map, we're going to engage the RCS systems because we're going to go to Venus and make some adjustments. I do not want to do what I did last time, which was, oh, the encounter and see if there, where's Venus? There it is. Was I went and dipped the atmosphere. This time I want to slam it pretty dang hard because it takes forever to otherwise do it. Whoops. All right, so we're just trying to pull it in the atmosphere. We're doing it here, uses very little fuel, whereas once we're there, it's a lot of fuel. And I want, okay, there we go. And we're going to go encounter. Oh, we want to make sure we time warp here because we're going to go to Venus. Woo! And then we need to go here. No, we can't do the fuel tank thing. All right. We're going to drop the fuel tanks as soon as we get there. Just simply, they're a lot of weight, but I need to transfer the fuel back from them because we had some excess fuel that was going to go there. All right. So there we go. So on the map, we're going to go here. We have 10% fuel, which we're going to transfer back to our ascent stage, which is going to basically say, yeah, we really ran out of fuel. Are we? No, don't do that. All right. Let's make sure it's 0. Okay, good. All right. No, don't do that. Come on. Don't do that. All right. There we go. All right. So that lower stage is gone. We're on our trajectory of Venus. Where are we here now? We're right here. We're gonna hit V. Ooh, we're coming in a little. We're coming in a little tight. 1 second here. I don't want to hit the atmosphere. I know. If I hit the ground, it's gonna be bad. But I know if we do it that way, we do that. Okay, there we go. Let's zoom all the way here, and we're going to attempt to get to Venus and land it. That's what we're doing, and we are pointing in the wrong direction. Oh no! Don't do that. All right. There we go. Engines are off. We're going to turn this full on. We're going to turn this on so we can do that if we need to. We really shouldn't be, but yeah, just in case we need it as we come in because I'm going to check the staging. The staging is wrong. How is the staging wrong? Oh no. This is not good. The staging does not have my parachutes staged. Tick, tick. Okay, like that. Probably not the best staging, but you know what? I'm going to take it for right now. As we quickly get in there. It's going to get hot. The heat shield is getting really hot. Hopefully, it's not going to overheat. There's a possibility. This is definitely a significantly high speed entry into Venus, and it's going to overheat. No, I came in too fast. This is not good. These heat shields are going to go. How much of this? Oh, are they going to? Nope. There's a little bit of extra. No, 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 no. Oh, no, nothing. All right, we're going to revert 30 seconds. No, we got to revert another 30 seconds. Okay, so where are we here? We're there. Okay, so I'm going to turn the engine on and I'm going to burn this engine. It's going to create a lot of heat, but this is going to slow us down a lot. Woo! Light show. It's like I'm literally causing the everything to just overheat. This is what you're not supposed to be doing, boys and girls. That's a little bit of a cheat, I say. But I'm willing to take a bit of heat shield if I can slow us down a bit, because then we, oddly enough, will then not burn up. That's the idea anyway. It's going to be a little bit crazy here, and yeah, okay, we're gonna have some heat. That's okay. We just need to get under 2,000 meters per second. It's still hot, but at that point, we really start to slow down, and the heat shield is going to slow us down. Oh no 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 no! Oh, I'm losing things on the side. Ah no! Am I gonna lose that? I'm gonna lose it. Yeah yeah. Okay, we're gonna revert. Say 3 minutes. Where are we now? Oh wow, we went all the way there. Okay, that wasn't what I wanted to do. But we're going to not come in so close this time. We do need to get the heat shield to take a good hit to get us slowing down, but we don't want to go so down that we end up having problems. All right, 20. What are we going to go? 30. 30 is pretty good. Okay. Time warp here. Woo! Look at the triangle. And then this arrow flies around. Look at us go. Woo hoo hoo. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. This challenge mode is no joke. All right. Well, we're coming in. Sphere. There we go. We're going to dump this fuel back in here. And while we do that, we're going to rotate here. And then now it's done. Good. There we go. All right. This time we're only going to come in 30 to, are we even touching? Yeah, okay. We're going to, we ideally would like to come a little deeper, but for the first pass, we'll do it this way. This will allow us to get by. If you are watching, let me know if you found this through notifications or whatever, or if you got this off the short shelf as we lose our tank. Our tank is gone. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to tilt that slightly here. There we go. And as PDS Kin mentioned before, we're probably not going back home after this. This is probably again one of these one-way trips, but this time we'll hopefully get to the surface. We're definitely coming in hotter, but we're not going to go as deep into the atmosphere. So this first pass is just to slow us down. It's aero braking at its finest, and then after that we will make a descent pass, and we'll actually go down to Venus. That's the plan. And probably I'm going to restage the rocket after this pass because I think we need to make some adjustments to that staging so the parachutes will come out properly. Otherwise, bad things happen. Very bad things. All right, so there we go. We're coming down. And if this attempt doesn't work, well, we can always come up with another plan. I'm going to then probably go to the forums or the Discord and say, "Hey guys, has anyone actually managed to accomplish this?" And maybe get their rocket design from them and say, "Hey, how's the best rocket design for this?" In terms of the stream, let me know how the quality's going as well. Hit like, subscribe, all that fun stuff as we're now leaving the Martian, or I say Martian, Venus atmosphere. As we see here, we've passed the lowest point, and we have still quite a bit of still quite a bit of height to burn off. So we may have to do a second pass, but it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, so challenge mode's interesting because in regular mode, you tend to hit the Venus's atmosphere a lot harder, but in challenge mode, doesn't seem to be that way. Are we out now? Probably out. Okay. Oh, we have to go to 60 kilometers before we're allowed to do that. Okay. Well, we're going to just time warp that because time warp's your friend. Whee! 60 kilometers is literally the edge of the... All right. Well, we're in time warp here. Yes, we escaped Venus's atmosphere, only to go right back in. And are we... This time warp's a bit sketchy. Yeah, those heat shields don't look so happy. They're pretty black already. All right. Here we go. I was going to restage this rocket. Okay. So that's we're going to turn it off, and I was going to turn it here. There we go. And then this guy here, I'm going to turn the rocket on. There we go. Yeah, that makes sense. That's better. All right. As we come in here, what are we actually passing at? 31? Yeah, okay. This probably will be the final pass. We might have another small third pass, but yeah, I think this should be enough to bleed off that heat. I'm just surprised how different challenge mode is from regular mode. Gonna need some mathematical calculations and a little thinking to get this right. Or I do this on my PC like I do, and I use the stuff that's designed for realistic mode because that's what it's supposed to do. And here we go. And we're using the RCSs just to keep ourselves balanced. Whoa, don't lose an RCS. That would be bad. And yeah, we are going. Okay, it's getting hot. How much velocity? Yeah, again, we're gonna have to make another pass. I just need to keep it so it doesn't burn off the rest of the rocket because that's bad. And there's enough. There should be enough weight on this rocket because that engine's pretty heavy. to maintain our thing. I'm surprised it's not maintaining it itself because the fuel and the engine should be the heaviest thing in the rocket, and they're close to the heat shields at the bottom. It's kind of important to have the proper weight distribution on these things. Um, Otherwise, you end up having things fall over and tip and all that stuff. But we're going pretty well, and yeah, we're hopefully gonna get some traction here, and there we go. Are we going back up? Yeah, so we're going back up now. All right. How do we do? Oh, come on. We want a smaller circle. Well, we're just gonna time warp out of here through. Time warping on the way down is a bad idea. Time warping on the way back up is not too bad because we're not gonna overheat that much to worry about it. And then it's gonna cool down. There we go. And once we hit 60, we will then go around for a third try. But I'm going to push us a little deeper into the thing, or do I want to? I don't really want to because my main concern is that if I don't, it's gonna take a couple more turns. But if we go too far in, we burn up, which is what happened last time. We burned up bad. We had shish kebabbed our entire rocket into a bazillion pieces, and then the guy fell to the planet without a heat shield. It's like oopsies. All right, there we go. All right, so the goal here is hopefully we are going to bleed off this whole extra speed and we'll actually make a landing. I just don't want to go too deep because, as I probably mentioned just 2 seconds ago, second attempt did not go well. And this is the third attempt. You know, three strikes you're out or third time's a charm. We'll find out in a few seconds. Let me know in the comments what you think. If it's going to make it not. Last time, PDS Kin said we're not going to make it back home. And yeah, there was kind of a kaboom or rapid unscheduled demolition or destruction or disassembly. I believe the D stands for disassembly. We want to avoid that. So here we go again. And yeah, I'm just trying to control things with the RCS. I got to really watch it because this is, oh, this is tricky. As we come in here on Venus to make sure the rocket doesn't overheat, and we are coming in, and I don't know what the velocity profile for Venus is, but I'm hoping, if I just quickly check the map, that it's going to get down there. Every time we do this, we're running a risk that this whole thing just goes kaplow, um, and we dip a little too far. Because if we lose the RCS systems, if we lose the heat shields, this rocket's done, and I need those parachutes to work as well to make a nice landing. Without them, it's a very, very, very hard landing. So we'll see how this goes. And so far, so good. Are we still dropping an atmosphere? Yeah, we're still going down. All right. As we're going down, the heat temperature goes up. Once it starts going up, I don't worry as much about it because it's going to go up, but I know it's not going to go over the limit. So we're coming in here. It's a bit crazy right now. Woo woo. And there we go. All right, so we're going back up. Yeah, okay. So now we're going back up. Let's do a quick check. Well, we've lost half the speed or half the altitude, so that's good. As we try to do this, yeah, I might dip it a little bit lower the next time because we do want to come to a fun conclusion. And by fun, I mean landed conclusion. Even though there's no landing legs on this, we're going to land on the heat shields. It's not the best thing to do, but having those landing legs is just asking for trouble. Okay. How we doing here? Oh, we're getting there. All right. We're just going to wait till we get up to 60, and then I'm going to make a slight dip in the pass so we can land on the next pass. I think we're safe enough now that we can make it without overheating the heat shields. I'm going to say that, and I'm going to regret it. So going to regret it. All right. So up here, we're just going to dip down to, I'm going to say, we don't have to go very far. 22. That's good enough. All right. And we're not landing anywhere near maximum Mons. That's just a death trap. We want to avoid those. That's a hilly region, and that's not good. I'd rather land on like the plantation plains, but with this type of landing, it's a little bit less controlled as to exactly where we're going to land. Because we won't land here; we'll land somewhere over here, um, on this side of the planet. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Um, this if you're interested to know what game this is a spaceflight simulator. It may not be the most visually appealing game sometimes, but it's definitely the one that's I think most accurate for 2D, and definitely it's a challenge. This is not something you just easily do and say, oh yeah, I can land on any planet anytime I want. Like there's some people they can't even get to, like some people playing Spaceflight Simulator can't even get into orbit. Some people can't even get to the moon. Some people can't get back from the moon, let alone go to Venus, let alone go to like Venus and Mars and all the other stuff like this. And I'm playing this on the challenge mode, and there's no cheats, no other stuff like this. So this is as hard as the mobile game gets. And I don't have any of the DLC, which has a lot of cool parts in it, that you can then use to make this a little bit easier, or at least the rocket design a little bit better, including a bigger build area, which is nice because then you can actually build a bigger rocket, which makes this a lot easier than right now, where I'm like, every time I'm firing the RCSs, I'm like, maybe I'm going to get home, maybe I'm not, because I don't even know if this engine is going to be able to get us to where we want to go, because it's got to launch. And as you can see, I already used up some of the fuel in the lower stage because I miscalculated. So I'm hoping this is going to get us back to orbit once we land. Um, it may or may not. If it gets us to orbit, then obviously picking it up later is, not a difficult thing to do. It's just a, docking in space that I can do, not with my eyes closed. I have to look, but, it's easy enough to do it. It's the getting down to Venus and back up. That's the hard part in this game, right now. So we're coming down here. We're slowing down. This is, I think, about as low as we're going down to 22. The heat shield is definitely getting hotter. I'm having to use more fuel to stabilize this. I'm hoping that I didn't dip us too much, but our velocity is going down. If we go, oh no, 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 no. Okay, now we're in trouble. Now we are in trouble. Oh no, no, no. Okay. It's gonna have to hold it here, and because I can't lose the other RCS. I need that. How much do I need that? Probably don't need it. I don't know. Anyway, we're here. We got one RCS to keep us righted. We're coming down pretty hard, guys. Woo! Let me know in the comments if you got it going. Just because I'm like, so far I've had PDS Kim talk to me, but he had to go because he was here for the first and second. Oh no, 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 no. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, am I gonna keep it? Oh, 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 oh. We capsule survived. The capsule survived. Okay. Well, that wasn't the plan, but I'm gonna take it. That heat shield is gonna definitely survive as we're slowing down. Oh, did we actually? We might have actually made it to the Venus. Not coming back from it, but we made it. I say this 15 kilometers above the surface, but I'm pretty sure I can press this one button at some point at 2,500 meters and survive. So we're just going to speed us up here because we're not going to wait till forever to get down there. And we're just going to drop. Whee! All right. And where are we here? Okay, we're coming down 7,000 meters and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. And then, yeah, we're just going to take a bit. Now, the thing with Venus's atmosphere is it's so thick in the way this game goes that it tends to slow down the rocket significantly. I don't think it should be going slower than 50 meters per second coming down, but apparently it does. So we'll see. We only need to do this in the last like couple hundred feet. Otherwise, we're going to wait a long time for this parachute to drop down here. So we're going to let it go. And where are we here? There's the surface right there. Oh, this is actually pretty. It's not super flat, but it's better than some of the other parts of it. Some of the other surfaces of Venus is like jagged, so not bad. We got a pretty good spot. Where are we actually on the map? Oh yeah, so we're not bad. Okay, and then we're gonna pop that parachute before we hit the ground, and at about 200, it's going to um, expand outward, or 250, I think it is. Here we go, and boop, there you go. And now we just have to wait while we slowly, 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 slowly land on Venus. And I think that's what we're gonna call it. So feel free to give me a like, subscribe, all that stuff. Oh, you're back right at the end. Woohoo! Welcome back. Yeah, so we made it to Venus, just a capsule because the whole rocket exploded into space. And yeah, welcome to the surface of Venus. Hee hee hee. Um, but this is probably where we're gonna go. I'm gonna have to redesign my rocket for next time, because this little guy here, he's stuck here. He's not gonna go anywhere. He's like woohoo, having a party on Venus because you can see him shaking. That's totally a party. Nothing else. There's no other suggestion of what might be happening when a capsule's rocking. Don't come and knocking. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to redesign the rocket and try this again another day. Thank you very much for everybody who watched, especially PDS Kin. You were great help on the second launch, and for the third launch, you missed a lot of oopses, but don't worry, we did make it to the bottom, and yeah. Welcome to Venus, and next mission I'm going to see about getting back onto a rocket that can actually go land on Venus and then come back. So there we go, just like you did. Or yeah, make a rover next time. That actually is probably a smarter move. That's actually significantly smarter move. All right, thanks everybody. And as always, like, subscribe, and do all that crazy stuff, for YouTube gets angry at me.